Hi, beautiful friends. I have a collective reading ready for you. In general, the collective that I'm speaking to for this reading has been undergoing a restart, sort of entering a new chapter, maybe after a period of difficulty or even just a period of hermiting and kind of like keeping your energy closer to you, maybe reassessing, asking yourself the bigger questions, getting yourself into better alignment, because maybe you could sense that a new chapter was on its way. That's who this reading is meant for. And your underlying energy, what you have is accomplishment and the unexpected, which is so beautiful. It feels like unexpected success at something that you've been working on. Either that's on its way or it's already happening. You can already see it showing up in your life. Here and there, I've been seeing messages that there's going to be something shifting in the fall. So it could be that this is something coming in the fall that's going to feel unexpected and really beautiful in terms of something you've been working hard at or wanting for a while now. It feels as though this is sort of a reward for hard work that you've been doing, either internally or externally, kind of just working away at something for yourself, whether it be your inner work or a project that you've been working on. But then along with that, in your underlying energy, I have the devil, and that boundary is needed, and that there's a false narrative somewhere in the midst. So the way that I'm interpreting this, based on everything that I'm seeing on the table, is that there's either somebody in your life or there's something going on an energetic level that you might qualify as like spiritual warfare. In either case, whether it's showing up in the 3D or not, that would really like for you to not receive the success, that would love to block that. And that's what spiritual warfare is all about, right? But at the beginning of this reading, what we have is this conflict behind the scenes. This is the Five of Swords. This means that there's been some sort of ego battle going on behind the scenes. This may or may not even be something that you know about. I think that this is very much this energy on an energetic level, but sometimes those battles show up in the 3D in the form of people in our lives. So if it's happening in the 3D, it's also happening in the energetic realm, but sometimes it's limited to the energetic realm and you might not see it show up in the 3D, but you'll feel it. You might have felt stalled for a long time, or you might have felt internal self-doubt, internal battles of whatever sort. Or like I said, it can simply show up as like a delay in what it is you've been trying to do, feeling blocked each step of the way. So next to that, what I have is Priestess and Go Slow. And I've been receiving this message for quite a while now, that the way through these waters, think of them as choppy, icy waters. The way through, if you're in a boat, is just to go really slowly and navigate around. You really want to work on not letting it get you freaked out or worried, and making your primary job about bringing regulation to your nervous system and just staying the course, carefully navigating around each obstacle, each roadblock, each conflictual, fragmented energy that might get kicked up around you. A really great practice is to tap into your passion, to tap into feelings of passion that will help propel you forward. That is a practice to get you in alignment with your genuine truth. Passion is a really powerful frequency to emit from our hearts, from our energetic system. And so tapping into that and moving slowly around the obstacles is very important. It's also really important, obviously, to set boundaries where needed to protect your energy so that you have all of the energy that you can harness to direct at what matters most for you. Because one of the ways that spiritual warfare works is to drain your internal resource so that you're worn out or tired or lethargic around things that you would normally feel really passionate about. So the medicine for that is to work on tapping back into your passion. So next to that, what I have is resilience and high honor. Your team, your guides behind the scenes in the spiritual realm are proud of you for your resilience, for your hard work, for your efforts. And then along with that is this Page of Pentacles and a new chapter. So the Page of Pentacles is used sort of on a day-to-day basis, putting in the work to grow what it is you're trying to grow in your life. It is your diligence, it is your resilience, it's your persistence. And then because of that, you're having this fresh start, this new chapter that's coming, and that's going to bring a lot of accomplishment into your life. Okay, so the next row is going to speak a little bit more about what this devil energy is about. And the devil energy is really anything that is a temptation, anything that is meant to sort of sway you off of your path, make you doubt yourself, make you sort of take you down in some way. It can include addictions, it can include illusions, feelings of separation, of lack. And that's why to me it has really come to symbolize spiritual warfare, because all of those are forms of spiritual warfare. So if you sense that this applies to you, if this is something that you have been sensing in your life at some level, whether it is someone or a situation in the 3D or on the inside, it is an energy whose goal is to redirect you. This is redirection, detour ahead. It or they really want to get you off of your path. And then it comes along with this warning: they have harmful intent. They really do want to stop you. So I want to find the right words for what I'm trying to describe next. I have the Ritual and the Ice Queen. The Ice Queen is simply the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very focused on the task ahead. You could say laser focused. In order to maintain her focus, she has taken steps to protect her heart and to not take personally things that she might have taken personally in the past. This is sort of the energy that you need to be able to harness in order to navigate around obstacles in that choppy, ice-filled river. One way that this kind of spiritual warfare can show up in the 3D is when there is somebody surveying your work from this place of their own inner pain, their own wounding, monitoring what you're doing with negative energy in their heart that they're directing at you. That can be part of what we're talking about here, but that's just the way that it's showing up in the 3D. Behind that, on a spiritual level, it is sort of like darker energies that would really like to throw anything on your path to stop and redirect the work that you are building toward, especially the closer and closer that you get to an accomplishment. If this applies to you, what I've been feeling is as though these energies have been building for quite a long time. And it seems like 2025 is a culmination point. So much of what's been coming up this year is material that all of us have needed to confront and clear in order to really usher in a new chapter. But the more and more that we do that, the more sort of in alignment we get with our purpose, the more dangerous we become to energies that really would like to stop the work of any light-bearing soul. And so next to that, what I have is that love is the answer. And right underneath that, I got self-love. This is really powerful to me. And the reason why it's so powerful is because part of the mechanism that spiritual warfare uses, if you think of all the different types, whether it be negative energy sent toward you, energy spiritually that's targeting your own internal sense of self-worth, or poking at your wounding, or relationship chaos, or whatever the case may be, the mechanism that makes each of those things effective at stopping you on your path is that it lowers your vibration. So if something has been successful at lowering your vibration, it has essentially put a block on your path. It will make it very hard to move forward successfully. And so the fact that love is the answer and self-love came out right next to that was so beautiful to me, because it essentially said, yes, this stuff exists. It's always going to exist, but the medicine is this. See how she has her eyes closed, and she's just sort of holding on to love, staying as unfazed as possible, blocking out the illusion, the distraction, and really staying focused on her own path. These two energies in combination feel like a balanced antidote to be used at different times in order to stay focused on what matters most. Really, I guess how you could describe these two cards that showed up side by side is this is strong back, soft heart energy. It's sort of like figuring out, depending on the situation and how you're navigating around those obstacles in the choppy frozen river, whether it's a strong back moment or a soft heart moment, in order to get safely through to the other side. Understanding that this is our ultimate baseline frequency. Coming next to that, what I have is this Six of Wands and purity. This is so heartening and beautiful. This is essentially saying you have success coming. And remember, this is a bit of a reward. You have your guides, you have your team sort of cheering you on as you ride into town, feeling successful on whatever level you've been striving toward, and that success is really coming from a place of purity. The success that's being rewarded for this collective that I'm speaking to today is not success that has come from hurting other people or manipulating other people. This is success that's coming as a reward for your pure heart. I love that so much. Okay, so in the final row, I'm speaking to a subgroup of you who are interested in calling in a divine partner, because what I have is soul connection, nice guy, divine masculine, and attraction. I mean, this isn't really a love reading, but this is essentially saying, like, if you're looking for love, your rewards that are coming in are not just about your calling, it's about what your heart desires. So if you've been working toward and desiring and sending out a call for success in some area of your work or movement on some passion project that you've been working on, or some indication that you're headed in the right direction, and or if your heart has been calling out for a great love to enter your life, it's sort of like if you've been operating from this place of purity of heart, your heart's desires are on their way. And I'm not necessarily saying in like this magical way it's all just going to show up. I'm saying think of yourself as somebody who's been planting seeds, and what you've grown from a place of pureness of heart is finally going to be ready to harvest. Even a farmer who's harvesting still has hardships, right? So I just want to make this very 3D, very grounded in reality, because otherwise someone could hear this and say, oh, that just sounds like magical thinking. This isn't saying like snap your fingers, it's all unicorns and rainbows from here on out. It's saying it's time to harvest what you've been growing. If what you've been growing has been of love, then you're going to harvest beautiful things, along with all the other challenges that still present themselves in a real life. If what you've been growing is built from something other than love, then that's what you're going to harvest, along with all of the other things that still happen in life. This is essentially what judgment is. The judgment card has this really amazing imagery of essentially people coming out of their graves and receiving judgment, as it talks about in the Bible. But what it's meant to draw attention to is that there are these karmic cycles where we do sort of get back what we've been putting in, pertaining to how we've been navigating our lives, essentially. I love that this is the last card that's on the table, because it really sort of is like the punctuation at the end of the reading. It's like all of this stuff, exclamation point, because of this. Okay, so what I'd like to do is get one oracle card for you to close out this reading. It's kind of a long one, so I'll see what I can do to edit it down a bit. I really wish I could get to the point where I didn't have to do a lot of editing on the videos, but sometimes they're just too long in my opinion, and other times I'm just sort of like spending a lot of time thinking and really like connecting with the message in between the discussion of each card, and that time that it sort of takes to tap in is frustrating, and I just try to cut that out. Okay, so this is awesome. I have find your center, stay true to you, and call it to you. Call it to you. Find your center, stay true to you, and call it to you. It's so beautiful because it looks a lot like the energy of this card. On this one, her hand is on her heart and she's gazing upward. She's sort of tapping into this light that is spilling down upon her. And in this one, she's sort of surrounded by light with her arms up overhead in this accomplishment. So this is sort of like you calling your accomplishment toward you. And this is you basking in the light of your accomplishment. Really, really beautiful way to end the reading. I love that. What's on the bottom? Inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts, the golden children. That's so beautiful as well. All right, my friends, that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here. Please send me a like or a comment. Consider subscribing. It means so much to me. That energy exchange actually does allow me to better tap into your energy and include that into the mix for readings and things like that. So consider making that energy exchange with me if you feel called, and I will come back with a new video soon. Bye.